Hi everyone, this is Junaid Guide, back at you with another one. In this video, I'm going to cover an area which I covered in my past video, and check it out. If you are new to the channel, go to my last video and check out what I say in regard to this particular topic, which I felt I gave enough explanation about it. However, I felt that it could be explained more simplistic, and in this video I'm going to try to address that issue. This is quite key. This topic is necessity for everybody who's in communication with another persons, man or woman. And this is the way you communicate, and this is how you get across utilizing the ARC triangle. ARC. A dot RC dot represent a continuation of the word, but it's abbreviated by the letter ARC, not ARC. So we're going to try to address that in this video. So how to use the ARC triangle. Given the three principles of the ARC triangle and its components, ARC, how would you talk to a man or a person or persons? You cannot talk adequately to a man or person if you are in sub-apathy, a state of disinterest below apathy, a state of where you have no interest in anything or any activity to do with life, right? So you're below apathy condition. In fact, you would not talk to him at all or that person at all. You would have to have a little higher affinity than that to discuss things with anyone. Yeah. Your ability to talk to any given person has to do with your emotional response to any given person. That is saying, person that is saying that someone is mad. Anyone has different emotional response to different people around them, around him or around that person. In view of that fact, then, that two terminals, terminal A and B, person A, person B, are always involved in communication. One could see that someone else would have to be somewhat real. If one does not care about other people at all, one will have a great deal of difficulty talking to them. That is certain. That's a fact. The way to talk to a person then would be to find something to like, something that about him or her that you like, about the person, and to discuss something with which he can agree. This is the downfall of most new ideas. One does not discuss any point of agreement at all, and we come to a final factor with regards to reality. Yeah. That which we agree tends to be more real, okay, than which we do not agree. Okay, that which we agree tend to be more real than that which we don't agree. There is a definite coordination between agreement and reality. Those things are real which we agree are real. Those are not real which we agree are not real. On those things upon which we disagree, we have very little reality about it. And say, to do an experiment based on this would be and say talking or a discussion between two men of a third man who is present. So the discussion between two persons, of those two persons, there's a third person present, right? The men agree on something with which the third man cannot agree. The third man will drop in emotional tone. I guess he will give an emotional tone response and will actually become less real to the two people who are discussing him. So he sort of takes himself away. How do you talk to a person then? You establish reality by finding something which you both agree on. Then you attempt to maintain as high as affinity level as is possible between you by knowing there is something you can like about him, about each other. And you are then able to talk with him. If you do not have the first two conditions, it is fairly certain that the third condition will not be present. Yeah, which is to say, you will not be able to talk to him easily or to talk to each other easily. So concluding on that statement, affinity, reality, and communication are interdependent one upon the other. And when one drops, the other two drops also. When one raises the other two raise also. It is only necessary to improve one's corner of this very valuable triangle. And in order to improve the remaining two corners, it is only necessary to improve two corners of the triangle to improve the third. So, A, R, C. If you improve AR, affinity and reality, you will improve the third, communication. If communication comes down, then you're also going to get a drop in the other two. And if communication comes up, you're going to get a rise in the other two. So you see two respective corner cause rise or drop to the above or one opposite each other. So understanding, right? Understanding is compounded of affinity, reality, and communication. When an individual's understanding is great, his ARC, his affinity, reality, and his communication is quite high, well, very high. And when an individual's ability to understand is small, his ARC is accordingly small, it drops. When we have rise, or when we have to raise these three parts, we have rise or raise somebody's understanding. It is use of the ARC triangle which accomplish this. It is the use and the correct use of the ARC triangle which accomplish this fact. The triangle is the keystone of living association with each other, person against person, in groups and in community, social society. It is the common denominator of all life activities. Okay? Its use means a great understanding of life itself. So the use of the ARC triangular is a great understanding of life aspects in its own right itself. So without the use of the ARC triangle, we're going to have a breakdown in society. We're going to have a breakdown in humanistic contact, beings, person to person, man to man, woman to woman, woman to man, or man to woman, right? So it's very important in life that this is maintained and we utilize it. And unconsciously, we utilize it without knowing that we are doing that. But just to break it down and give it to you 100, and that's what I'm doing right now. So it is vitally important in life and in society, person to person, we utilize and has the full understanding of the ARC and its use and how it can be used greatly to push us up and carry us, take us up a level, or it can be used to pull us down and keep us down. And the break in communication in the break in ARC. A break in any one of those ARC is a break in your understanding. So I hope this drives home the point clear as to how important ARC is. And ARC work with KRC. Knowledge, responsibility, and control. Knowledge, responsibility, and control. They work hand in hand. And if you have understanding, you also have knowledge. You also have responsibility and you have control. And I mean control of the situation, knowledge of the situation, and responsibility as an entity of the situation. So this is Junaid Guide. Back at you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Or is it like, share, and subscribe? I don't know. Whichever it is, just subscribe anyway. Anyway, I'm out.